A week on after India lifted the T20 World Cup, we thought we'd better get back to football. And what a week to get back. He had everything game week 30, goal line clearances, a post rattled, a penalty that never was, and a teenager scoring a wonderful goal to make Arsenal in Premier League history. And that was Arsenal. But what about United? 6-pointer for the Champions League place. Welcome back to 2 Hours, 2 Innings Football. Sorry we've been away. I think we were partying too hard after India's World Cup win last week. But back to reality. But we had to get back soon because we couldn't ignore it. So, Rohit, let's get cracking. Your Arsenal, 2-0. Suggest it was comfortable, but honestly, talk me through that first half because watching the highlights, I thought Everton deserved to win.
No, I think it was Everton played well. But before that, I want to remind everyone. Remember, in the T20, I'm linking cricket again. T20 World Cup, Ian Bishop, when Braithwaite scored 4 sixes against Ben Stokes, he said, "Remember the name, remember the name." Carlos Braithwaite. So I'm gonna say, remember the name, remember the name, Max Dowman. Oh my God, what a 16-year-old. I mean, it's a perfect night for him. But yeah, coming back to the game, yeah, I think first half they had great chances. They had a couple of great chances to score the goal, and what a block by Calafiori. I've seen Straka scoring bicycle kicks. I never seen a defender using a bicycle to block the bloody shot. I mean, what a defending. This is what it shows, right? The boys are giving everything on the pitch. And that's what matters. I know these games nowadays, at the end of 6-7 games, we just need to get past it. I don't care how, but again, Everton tested us, properly tested. It wasn't not easy game. It wasn't an easy game. They had, I remember a couple of saves, Raya saved. I mean, there was wonderful saves as well, but yeah.
So just sticking to the first half, Roy. So literally soon after that, Everton hit the post.
Yes.
And then controversially, soon after that, a beautiful ball by Eze.
Yeah,
and
that should have been a penalty.
Beautiful ball.
Yes.
Havertz, I mean, he got pulled up. Ajay, did you see the penalty incident?
I saw a glimpse of it, but yeah, it was kind of one of those ones where you'd be very disgruntled as the home team. Oh, like if that was your team and you didn't get the penalty, like I'd be annoyed if we didn't get a penalty for that. I mean, it did look obvious, but again, I'm not too sure how much to read on that because I mean, penalties have been given to United maybe a much more softer.
Yeah, look at Cunha's penalty last time.
Cunha's, against Palace. Yeah. So again, that was. I think it depends on whoever you get on the day. One referee might give that a penalty, red card. Another penalty. Another referee, might say no. It's nothing.
Yeah, Jay, but it was a penalty. When opposition fans are saying the same, even Evertonians are saying that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That was a penalty. I don't know how come VAR only took 5-6 seconds to say that's it. What happened?
That's strange. Very strange.
Very strange. They didn't even look at other angles. They didn't even look and didn't even give a time. And when Joker scored at the end, this bloody spent 2-3 minutes to even look to try to find some foul, try to find someone offside, try to make it up to make sure there's no goal. I mean, come on, guys. What the hell is going on here?
Everyone's against you to win the league. That's what it is.
I know, man. I've been telling it from day one. I've been telling it from last year.
So let's break it down.
Last season. So
as I said, beautiful through ball by Eze. I mean, honestly, I love those kind of through balls. And then so Havertz is running, and I can't remember the Everton defender.
Keane. It was Keane. Yeah.
Keane. Okay. Yeah. So he it wasn't even in a clip. He literally put his foot on the Havertz's back foot, and then so he lost his momentum. So
exactly.
I can't see how I think he was the last defender as well. I mean, for me, I think
could have been a red card.
Should have been a red card.
So for me, I think it should have been potentially a red card and a penalty.
Yes.
So I think you were quite unlucky. I mean, it's irrelevant now because you won the game, but still,
we're lucky we won the game. Exactly. It go 1-0 up, the game opens up then, and then Everton need to come out and play, and then we could have had more spaces to play. But again, hats off to Everton. I mean, they played pretty well. They are the tough team, right? They're top 7 or 8 or something.
Well, I
So
was actually quite
yeah,
surprised when I was just
But
doing
they're in
my
the top 10,
research for this.
yeah,
Yeah, as in how far up they are this year
yeah,
with David Moyes, and it just shows
yes,
he's just done another. David
exactly.
Moyes, I don't think he gets the credit that I think he's been
No,
tired by the Manchester United experience, and obviously he had a
yes.
spell in Spain as well. But since then, he's kind of got back to the credibility that he deserves, kind of with his stint at West Ham and obviously rejuvenating Everton. But back to the second half now, Rohit. So Raya, I mean, again, what a save from a
Oh
corner
yeah,
from his feet.
from
I
the
mean, was that
corner.
from? I
Oh
think that was
my
from Keane
God.
as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
Oh,
mean,
what a save.
brilliant. I mean, a very
Brilliant save.
instinctive save. I
Very
mean,
instinctive. Yeah.
he had to be in the right place at the right time, but that's positioning. It's not luck. He positioned well, and he sensed where the danger was. So, I mean, that brilliant save. I mean, I know he's been under a little bit of criticism recently because of wayward catches, etc. But do you think he gets the credit that he deserves the way he's
I think
performed
he
this
does.
season?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he does. But we all know, right? Goalkeeping is that profession where one mistake
Yeah.
overshadows all your saves, all your
That's
good
true.
things,
Very
right?
true.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? We are there because of him as well. Some of the games he saved us, just like these, like creating so many saves, defending, and actually he's very good at corners. I know for past few games he's not been that good, but if you see longer for last 2 years, he's been very good at corners. So, but then again, it's goalkeeping. Sometimes it happens. Players are tired.
Yeah.
They have to concentrate 98 minutes, 100 minutes. It's not easy to concentrate 190 minutes. So sometimes these things can happen. But the main thing was the 3 points, and that's it. That actually,
And
now you see in Arsenal, I was about to say India, Arsenal, they are not playing any Premier League game for 27 days. So
wow.
that
Okay.
win last night was very crucial, very, very crucial.
So before we move on quickly, I just want to talk about Gyökeres. So again, quite a tall game, but he scores in the 89th minute, and that's is that a mark of a top striker? Because
He was at the right place, mate. He was at the right
yeah,
place. He had to do
yeah,
that. He was
tapping,
the right
yes,
place.
yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant,
And
and
for the second goal as well, Amit, he was at the right place. He was the
yeah,
first header. He put his head at a really crucial juncture. He put his head to clear the corner. So he was on if you see on the both boxes, he was the change. He was that catalyst. And then
and
rest is history. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
before we get to that, I mean, I want to say about Arteta's celebrations after the Gyökeres
I don't
goal.
know what that was.
So no, it's not
Yeah.
criticism. It's genuine.
Yeah.
So I
No,
think
no,
it
I know.
shows
But
what it
he took his
meant.
jacket off first. That's a meme now.
Yeah,
He took
I
his
mean,
jacket off. Yeah.
I've never seen him so
Animated,
emotional.
yeah.
If that's the right
Emotional,
word.
Animated.
yeah.
Animated, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
right word. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never seen him so animated. So I think it showed like with so many games left, how much of a win that he thought was going to be a winning goal
Exactly.
was going to be. I mean, what your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We forget that managers, players are human beings as well. For such a crucial game, and last minute, it's like 89th minute goal as well,
Yeah,
right? 90-minute goal. So you need to bring, if you don't see those kind of passionate people, what's the point of playing? I remember Jose Mourinho, I remember Conte, I remember even Pochettino as well. Sometimes you need to let your emotion out. You can't just keep
yeah.
it. I don't know what was happening
It's
there. There was
good.
some,
I like
there was,
it. Yeah,
yeah, I loved it. I loved it. He was, because that
yeah,
shows everyone is together in this. And we just need to win it. That's it.
yeah.
After that, everything will be calm. Everything will be fine. It's just that last step. Now, you remember we said the first step is the toughest, and
Yeah.
last one is the hardest. So we need to just take the last step now.
And now on to the moment that Royd's been dying to. He keeps trying to plug it, but I'll keep bringing him back. So Ajay, I'm going to go to you. I'm going to make Rohit wait a little bit. But,
No, it's okay.
I mean,
know.
You guys
I mean,
talk about this.
I mean, to be fair to Rohit, he's been talking about Doman all season, as many Arsenal fans, such as Piers Morgan. And, he's obviously been in and out. I think he's had a bit of injury. But, I mean, wow. I mean, the defensive header and then the way he ran that length of the pitch and was able to. I mean, what can you
I mean,
say,
it was an
Ajay? I
open
mean,
goal. It was an open goal, and Jordan Pickford
but
probably
still,
just gave
people have
up
missed
after
that. People have missed that.
that. Well, yeah, defenders have caught up to the attackers and got red
Yeah.
carded for it. But yeah, honestly, you know what? I think it's a breath of fresh air to see in the Premier League young talent. Like when we used to look at Van Gaal and we looked at even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they brought in Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, Jesse Lingard. academy players. Academy players are the soul, the breath, the life of clubs. And it's important that big teams like the Liverpools, Arsenals, Man Cities, even United, they'd continue that tradition to have young talent. We've got the Fletcher boys, we've got Lacey for United. Obviously, Arsenal have got this Max Dowman, and what an impact to do it when your team is struggling and in such a pressure situation, and to kind of have that composure in order to take the ball and just slot it
He's
into an empty net. I mean,
16.
that'll do him the world. I mean, yeah, he's probably got GCSE exams to write
Yeah, he's got
probably in 2-3
GCSE
months.
exams
You
coming
know,
up. Yeah, yeah.
so fair play
I
to the
mean,
kid. You know what? He's gonna walk down the locker room in his school and get high fives and everything. So
but
maybe not
but
from
what I loved
Tottenham
about it
fans,
was
depending on where he's from.
yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, North London could be in the Tottenham sporting school.
He
But
could
I
he
mean,
could
what
be
I
in
loved
school. Yeah.
about it was just the reaction from everyone. They realised. I mean, obviously Arsenal kind of won the game. But, I know it was only a few minutes in, and you never know. But I mean, he sealed the win. But also, for him to the way he did it and everything, it was such a wonderful. Team stadium celebration. Piers Morgan, said, on his X that a lot of people will say that they'll remember the day when Max Dowman scored, and the last time I remember a young player having so much impact after scoring was Wayne Rooney when he
Wayne
scored
Rooney.
that thunderbolt
Yes,
against Everton.
Arsenal as
So
well.
Mm.
Rohit,
Yeah,
go on.
yeah.
I'll let you talk about Max Dowman. I've kept
No,
you
I
back for
mean,
10 minutes. I think.
it's. I think I want to talk about his previous game actually against
Yeah.
Mansfield Town and FA Cup. You know how hard it is to play the non-league teams, how hard it is to play on those grounds, and he was fantastic. Players were all over him, tackling him. He wasn't afraid. He was very courageous, and he created so many great chances against Mansfield. And that shows the attitude of that boy. That shows the courage. That shows how much he trusts himself to be on that big stage. And last night, I mean, journalists asked Mikel, "Oh, why did you bring him rather than Jesus?" He said, "Yeah, he had a gut feeling. The way he's been playing, the way he's been practicing as well on the training ground. So I thought it's a great gut feeling. Again, for manager, it's luck or unlucky, right? It could go either way, but it worked out last night. And the cross he did for the first goal as well, that was a fantastic cross, where Jordan Pickford, who's such a experienced goalkeeper, he had to think. He made a wrong judgment on that because the cross was so good. The cross was so good. So that shows his ability. He maybe not done too much on that 10 minutes he had, whatever minutes he had, he came on, but the two main things he did was to provide a pre-assist and then take out two Everton players to score that goal. He could have been challenged there, but he actually so good quick feet, and then there you go. And hats off to Martinelli though. Yeah, hats off to sorry,
I know
Ajay,
the fans just want to know.
Yeah, yeah.
They just want to know, you're 9 points ahead. I know you want to talk about Arsenal. You're 9 points ahead now. Is the title done? Title race, is it done now? Finished?
Ajay,
Man City
That's
drew.
my next question.
I know you're taking too long. Listen,
Ajay.
1-1. I think, you tell me, 9 points clear. Rohit, is the league done and dusted? That's what
Ajay,
we want to know.
We know Premier League. I'm only focusing on the next game. We need to win the next game and keep winning, keep winning, and that's
Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup first, and then we have Leverkusen midweek,
Leverkusen.
then Carabao Cup, then they go international break, then they come back to FA Cup. I'm not even thinking about that. That's why I said we're playing the next game in 27 days. You never know, but touch wood. I said right at the start of the season, we will win it. We will win it. And then I'm saying it again. We will win it, but
I think Pep Guardiola literally said. Pep Guardiola said before the West Ham game, if they don't get the 3 points from West Ham.
No, he said if they don't win, but then he backtracked. He backtracked. Yeah. He said, no, we did not win. That means it's not over yet. Oh, we did not lose. That means it's not over yet. That's why he backtracked on that, on his statement after post-match conference. If you see that, but you know what? We all know how the Premier League is. So I'm just focusing on the next game as of now. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about the last game. I hope we will win it, but title is never over until there's mathematically thing.
Even the worst case scenario is because obviously you've played one game more than Man City.
Yes.
Even if they win that game, Man City still got to play Arsenal, and they win that game. Okay, that means you will still be 3 points ahead. Yeah. And as I always say, if someone said to you with 32 games gone and you're 3 points ahead of Man City, would you take it? I think Arsenal fans or most fans would, bite the hand. For me, if I was Arteta, I would really make sure you win the Carabao Cup, because I think that will be a proper kick in the nuts for Man City. And
It will be.
psychologically, I
Yeah,
think I
yeah,
think it will really throw
I
them
think
off
that'll be the
track,
yeah,
league done.
personally.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I
But
same.
think.
boys,
I think.
what I think is it does not matter. It does not matter. Even if we lose that cup game, I know how strong mentality the boys have. Even after Wolves game, you remember 2-all, after 2-0 down, everyone pouncing on them. Everyone was saying on them, right? What the hell you guys done? Look, and then we had Spurs, Chelsea, Brighton, and Everton. Everyone said we're gonna lose point, we're gonna lose point. Look what happened. We won 4 games on the trot. So I'm not even worried about it. It's we win it, brilliant. But even if we lose it, I know we'll be stronger because I
But
trust this
lose what, the
team now.
Premier League or
It's not the
the
old team.
Carabao Cup?
No, I'm talking about Carabao Cup. Even if we don't win
I
it,
know. I'm
I
winding you up. I'm winding
we
you up.
will. I trust the boys. You know, they will come back and then win the league
Rohit, you're
anyway.
the most down to earth Arsenal fan I've met in my life. Arsenal fans on social media are already saying they've already won the league now. Like, come on.
Ajay, wait till they won it. Watch what he's like then.
I guys, I know how hard it is to win the game. Even Mikel as well. He's not even thinking about that. He's thinking about the next game, which we
One
need to
game
win.
at a time.
But
That's
but,
it.
but to be
It's
fair, sorry, I was just gonna say, Man
one
City
of
are
the
not playing good football. I mean,
They're
you
not
guys
playing. Yeah,
will
yeah.
probably. I mean, look how bad they played against Real Madrid. You know,
Yeah,
and they didn't even
yeah.
have the likes of Mbappe and
Yeah.
Bellingham. So I think
Yes.
you guys are going to go into the final on Sunday
Yeah,
and do a business, and probably Arteta. I
we
mean, like Amit said, this would be the statement game to say
I
we
think
have
so.
arrived. We have
yes.
arrived now.
I,
We're
If
not
you
the bridesmaids. We're not the second place. We're
oh
not the
no,
second place
seriously,
dons. They should 4
I think
5
this is a
nil
good
them.
marker.
Absolutely make Pep Guardiola scratch his own head like he did last time, and he
Yeah,
had marks on his head. Like that's the only way I would
no.
say, because that's what the
yeah,
Fergies would do in the past. That's what your Jurgen Klopps would do. Even Pep would do that.
yeah,
Absolutely
yeah,
annihilate the opposition and say, "This is your place. This is my
yeah.
place." So I
And
think
Gay
I
is
Yeah,
think
not
it'll
playing
be
either. He can't play in the
yeah.
Carabao
sorry.
Cup. So Mark Gay is not playing. He can't
Oh
play.
yeah, yeah.
He's yeah.
And what's happened? I mean, quickly, what's happened to Haaland? Where's he gone?
Yeah.
I think
He's,
he had a good
and
chance
he
as
had a
well.
shot. He had a shot,
Yeah,
and then the West Ham
yeah,
defender saved it with his
yeah,
face. And that was
yeah.
basically everyone on social media saying that's the save that has won Arsenal the title.
And
Literally,
Well,
guess who scored the goal? Okay, for West Ham, our ex-player
yeah.
Mavropanos. So,
Matter of fun.
oh, there you go.
but
It's a
All right,
beautiful
anyway,
then we
story.
spent far
yeah,
too much time
yeah,
talking about Arsenal.
yeah. I
Ajay, come
was
on.
about to say that.
You know,
Yeah,
come on. We need to bring it back to the real red
yeah,
team in red, Manchester United. So Manchester United beat Aston Villa 3-1, big win. But let's be honest, the
Huge win.
first half it wasn't pretty, was it?
Nah, I think this is a problem with Carrick. I don't understand. I mean, a team that's got a week off, they should be coming out of the blocks like Cheltenham. Like these, should be like a horse coming out of the stable. I don't understand
Mm,
why they take too long to kind of really get in their groove. I think it opens up the opposition to play freely as well. So there were times where Villa got behind us, and luckily, our defense was quite resolute. But again, Bruno Fernandes. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about the score line, but Bruno Fernandes is an absolutely beautiful player, fantastic
mm.
player.
But
Two
before we go
assists.
to Ajay, but what about this? What about the when you look at the context of the first half? What about the starting lineup? Because there was many opportunities in the first half where United's best chances were coming from the wide, but there
Yeah,
was no
on the
one
card
there to
marks.
attack them. So the point is though, so Seska started the last game against Newcastle. Yes, he didn't have the best game. He still scored, but we didn't win. But I was surprised that he didn't play him again.
I know it's a bit of an interesting one, maybe with the likes of Villa, with like Tyrone Mings and Lucas Digne, and maybe they've got more physical defenders that maybe Sesko wouldn't be able to win the aerial battles or maybe make as much impact. But I thought the likes of Mbeumo, Cunha, and Ahmad, it just meant that there was more pace, there was more for pressing, there was more for energy in the park. So that kind of helped us when it came to the counter attacks. Because if you look at the goals, okay, fair enough. The first one was a set piece and a fantastic header by Casemiro. But the
Yeah.
second goal where Bruno pulled it to Cunha, again, it's just kind of that ability for Mbeumo. He came back a bit, and then Cunha was able to run off that last defender and get the goal. So I think maybe Carrick is just thinking to himself, maybe Sesko is my super sub. Maybe he has more of an impact coming off the bench than he actually does starting games. Because if you looked at the Newcastle game, he didn't really make much of an impact, and he struggled to kind of keep the ball and hold the ball up as well as he's done in previous games. But I mean, yeah, it's an interesting one for Carrick. Sometimes if you play Sesko, he scores 2 goals, and yeah, that's it, great. He'll have justification for starting him. Other times, if he doesn't do out for 70, 80 minutes, and he's going to be like, right, I'll bench you for the next game, and maybe you're better as a super sub, impact sub, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, so you talked about the goal and another a system of 15 for Bruno against Casemiro. I mean, Casemiro, since he's told, United and, the world that he's leaving, he's just become a beast again. I mean, I don't know what's happened.
Best season,
I mean,
yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
I mean, we all wanted, me included, wanted him gone at the end of last season, and all of a sudden he's showing his great form again from his first season when he joined United, when he won the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Roy's,
Liverpool
Roy's
Liverpool
too
drew.
busy. Yeah,
Yeah,
Liverpool just
Liverpool
drew.
drew 1-1
Like,
with Spurs. They couldn't even
with
beat
Spurs.
Spurs. Oh my
I prefer
god.
not to
What
speak.
Hold
I
that
prefer
thought.
not to speak.
I'm just
Hold that
checking the
thought.
score. My god.
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly back
Richarlison's
to, we'll come to that in a minute, Rohit. So, I mean, Casemiro, I mean, what's happened? Is he going to leave as a hero?
They might actually even persuade him to stay another year. Who knows? But I think at
I
the
mean,
end of
the
the day,
problem is
when
his salary, though, isn't it, AJ?
I think,
330,000,
yeah,
350, I think.
Ineos it would be quite difficult to
Yeah.
repackage that and restructure that wage if they were trying to reduce it or keep it the same. But I mean, Casemiro, has been a great service, for United. I think I remember when he first signed for us, everybody was thinking, 70 million, 31-year-old, and then under Ten Hag and the kind of first couple of games he started, he really showed a really good presence in midfield. And that's a key part. All these top teams have got great midfielders. You look at Chelsea with Caicedo, Arsenal with Declan Rice, and then you look at obviously Man City with Rodri. You need a good midfielder. That's where the transition play comes from. That's when the counter attack play comes from. That's where the breakup play comes from. Casemiro he's been just playing like he's having fun. He just looks like he's having fun
Yeah.
again. There's no pressure. He's playing with Mainu. He's got Bruno up front. He's got a solid back four, which I think that's probably helping him as well because he can trust Maguire. He can trust Shaw and Dalot on the wings, on the wing back position, and obviously with Yoro, I'm not too 100% convinced with Yoro. I would like to see Martinez back. But yeah, you know what? The team seems to be gelling well. And Carrick knows who to play his starting 11. But again, it's just whether you play Sesko or play Ahmad, and that's the only thing
Yeah.
that I'll see changing.
So quickly back to Casemiro then. So obviously, because he's been so good, especially since Carrick's been in, he's going to be quite a big shoes to fill, really, I think, So they need to kind
Yeah.
of, because Ugarte doesn't seem to be that player, unfortunately, unless he has a change of luck, for over the summer, onwards. And so that's quite a big shoes to fill, I think.
I think it's either going to be a case of we need to strongly go for the likes of Elliot Anderson, Tonali from Newcastle. I know there's still talks about Carlos Baleba, but I think if the price is good for him, then maybe, yeah. But I don't think he's having that good of a season with Brighton, to be fair. I think the likes of like Adam Wharton
Yeah, I
and
think,
Elliot Anderson, I think they're the ones that are going to be the big ones. And I think Anderson is being looked at by Man City. So United need to really get on that as quickly as possible because, if we lose Casemiro, we haven't got a backup. It's going to be a nightmare
Yeah, I
next season,
think
especially
it'll
competing
be,
with Champions League
yeah,
football as well.
But I think that's why going into Champions League is very, very crucial for Man United. If they want to buy new players, they will definitely come if there is Champions League, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they're playing the Champions League. But I know first half was pretty crap as well. I think, but Ajay, like you mentioned, they need to come out and play on the fifth gear, sixth gear. It's really hard when they haven't played for 10, 11 days, 12 days. So sometimes they don't have match practice. So after first half, they came out and they played better. I think, to me, again, a non-technical person, I feel that they needed some games to even come in and play better. So because they have too many rest days, right? So they're not playing, they're not focused. So it will take them time to gel on the field sometime. And I agree. I think he should have started Sesko as well. He should have started Sesko. The way he came back, Sesko scored again, impact sub. But then what a sitter he missed as well. Like he was on through on the goal. He should have just carried on and then dink it like Cunha did. I know.
Just before we go on to Sesko, I just want to talk about Bruno Fernandes' 16th assist, which was a United record, and he's a leading assist in the Premier League at the moment, and only 4 behind the record, which I think is held by
KDB.
Henry and De Bruyne. I think, KDB.
De Bruyne.
But I mean, again, I was pairing about Eze's pass for that non-penalty for Arsenal, but this is another beautiful pass by Bruno, who's kind of dissected the defense, and Cunha did the rest. What a goal! Beautiful goal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Henry's goal, isn't it? Henry's
Yeah.
you know,
Actually, they said that on the commentary, didn't they?
yeah,
It's
they
very
said that on the
Henry-esque
commentary as
goal.
well.
Yeah.
Henry's goal, yeah. But I love that pass. This is what we are missing, Arsenal. But then again, teams are not playing against us like this, like how well, if Villa was there, he would have liked there'd be 5 in the back. But this is
Well,
let's
Villa
see
did
what
beat you.
happens. Yeah, yeah. No, but then again, what happened, right? We beat them like 4-1 at home,
They did beat
right?
him at
Yeah,
home, yeah.
yeah, we won.
So talking about Sesko, I mean, again, I know he came off the bench to score, but what I love about him is that, and I think I've mentioned this before, but his from the bench goals, actually all his goals have been all very different, haven't they? This was very instinctive finish, wasn't it? It's very similar to kind of the
Hmm.
Villa goal, really, in terms of Ross Barkley kind of spun and scored. So they've just all been very different finishes, haven't they? And I think that's a mark of a player who's got many strengths and many qualities, and I think he'll be a great player for United in years to come once he kind of settles down. But Roy, the one thing I want to ask you is that at the beginning of the week there was commentary from Carragher who was kind of saying that Emery should be the next Manchester United manager. And I know we've touched on this many a times. I mean, when Aston Villa beat Manchester United in December, they were 10 points ahead of Manchester United, and
Hmm.
now Villa are 3 points
Same.
behind Manchester United. Now
Yeah,
that's now with 8 games to go. Now I don't know what's gone wrong with Villa. I'm not following them closely. My daughter does, but I don't. So, but I'm just trying to say we've touched on this many times that there's many managers who do well for clubs when there's no expectations. It's just when they make that leap of faith to the big clubs, they're not able to do that. So again, I personally just want to squash that. Emery to United should not be a thing. I
yeah.
don't know what
I
your
don't.
thoughts
You know
are.
how he behaved when they lost to Wolves, when they lost to Arsenal as well. Sometimes you can be, but you can't beat twice. And then same for Arsenal as well. When they beat us like last second of the goal at Villa Park, I remember the game, and we was praising Emery. Look, they were only 2 points behind us, something like this, 3 points behind us. But this is he's okay on for Europa League, where there's no pressure to win the league, there's no pressure to win the title, there's no pressure to win the trophies. If you win a trophy, it's balle balle. If you don't, it doesn't matter, right? This is where he thrives. That's his kind of thing. I feel like I personally don't think he is the player or the manager to win you the title. He's not. But if you see for United and Arsenal, what's important? To win the title, to
Yeah.
win to and consistently win it. That's why it's really hard. The pressure from the fans, the pressure from the stadium, pressure from up there in the board level is totally different than the pressure at Villa. They probably don't pushing him to. And then somebody say, "Oh, he doesn't spend. There's no money," but they spend a lot. They spend a lot of money. It's not like they haven't spent it. They spend a lot of money.
They need to get Champions League qualification in order
Yeah.
for them to get players, because they've had to sell a few as well. Because I think it's
Yeah.
PSL rules, they've been a bit stuck, to be fair,
Yeah.
with regards to signings. But I mean, for Villa, I think they've just lost their steam. I think they did really
Yeah.
well in that autumn or winter period where they won 10 games, 11 games in a row. But I think because of the squad depth, because of the amount of games they're playing, and a few injuries that they've had in midfield, I think this was John McGinn's first game. It's really shown on Villa, and they've really struggled in the last 2-3 games. And I think
Yeah.
United we just executed a plan really well, and we were
Yeah.
just good
We
to
were
get the
good.
two,
We
three
were good.
goals that we needed.
So,
To
so Ajay, one word answer. Should United, as a United fan, should United be considering Emery as a manager?
no, no, no,
Okay.
no, no, no,
And
no,
we talked about
no, no, no.
you asked Rohit about kind of is he rubbing his hands and licking his lips about Arsenal in the league? Are we in a similar position in terms of, do you think Champions League qualification is now in the bag? The results
Well,
have gone for us
now
this
that
weekend. So
Chelsea
Chelsea lost
lost, yeah.
at home
Chelsea
to
lost. Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Roy, whilst we were recording this show, Liverpool drew with
Drew as
Newcastle.
well.
So
Yeah.
we've got a 3 point lead against Villa, I think,
Hmm.
off the top
And
of my head.
5 against Liverpool,
Yeah.
5 against Liverpool.
yeah,
With obviously, I know there's 8 games
and
to go,
6.
but
Hmm.
yeah.
And
So go on
6
then.
for
And
So do you think
Chelsea.
Champions League qualifications in the bag?
not in the bag, but we're favourites to be in the top
Okay,
four.
that's it.
I
Roy,
think, yeah, we should get top four.
Yeah, I agree with Ajay. Your favorite now, and I don't, because you look at Aston Villa's past runs, right? 3 loss in the past 5 games, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 1 win. So they are not in form either. And Liverpool, 1 draw, 1 loss, and then what a draw today! I can't believe they drew to Spurs at home.
That's terrible.
That's terrible, guys. What the hell you
Right,
got?
right.
Dheeraj, what's happening, man?
Right, I want to ask you, as an Arsenal fan, and obviously your hatred for Tottenham is is obviously there. So this is double cushier for you because you might end up winning the league, and Tottenham might end up being relegated.
No,
But they could be relegated. They're on
they
they're
could
on the
be.
level
They
points
could.
with
They could.
with Forest and West Ham.
Yeah.
I think they got
only
one more
only
point.
1 point. Only 1 point ahead of Forest and West Ham.
Sorry, yeah, 1 point.
1 point. Yeah.
But would you sacrifice the Carabao Cup just to see Tottenham get relegated?
Oh no. I love them to be in the league. They're easy 6 points, man. Why should we leave this easy 6 points?
True. Yeah, that's true.
But then again, you know, these derbies, they need to be in the Premier League, man. Otherwise, you know, sometimes the first thing you see on the when the timetable comes in, when the games come in, you see when we're playing Spurs, when we're playing United as well. How I see it, you know. So
true.
that's the thing. So you wanna keep that going, yeah.
But, I mean, and I know obviously you guys watched the Champions League, and obviously Arsenal were lucky to get the penalty for the 1-1 draw. City got absolutely hammered, but that Tottenham game was self-destruct. I don't know if you guys watched it. The new keeper, that Krinsky or whatever, and he was just like Bambi on ice, like just slipping all over. I don't know what Atletico Madrid were doing, but what has actually happened to Tottenham on a general? Like, I know this is a side, you know, we'll talk about just for 2 seconds, but what has actually gone wrong at Tottenham? I mean, Amit, you know, Daniel Levy, you've spoken about him. You said that, you know, he should be the chair of the FA maybe, you know, in the Premier League. You know, he's a great businessman, gave Tottenham a brand new stadium, fair enough. You know, didn't get the signings he wanted all the time, or didn't really be a big fan with the Spurs supporters. But how on earth is this team that have won the Europa League last season in a relegation scrap? Like, what's gone wrong?
Well, I mean, I heard a podcast from Gareth Bell with Gary Neville and his boys, and he I think he's quite close to Lewis family. In his opinion, and he didn't obviously say too much if he's got that relationship with them, was that they're just not spending the money salary-wise to be able to get the top-tier players. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse, but they have got, so they're always buying younger players who are going to potentially become, you know, big hits, and they end up selling them on. That's what happens. That's what he was saying. I think the issue now is that their confidence has just been shot. You know, just, you know, it's another season. It's second season in a row now where they're, you know, last season wasn't really a relegation dogfight, but this season's even more of a. This season really is pretty much potentially a relegation dogfight. So for me, I think that's where the issue is. The confidence of the players are shot. Obviously, changing managers hasn't helped, and I think allegedly.
But the injuries didn't help either. Their full
they've been
team
very
is injured
unlucky,
as well.
you know,
They've got
unfortunately,
12
they've
players
not had
injured.
Yeah, I mean, Madison, you know, the kind of players that have been injured, you know, any team will find it hard to replace them. So you know, there's a lot of factors that you have to consider. Igor Tudor, I think allegedly the way he's kind of managed, he's been iron fist. He's really kind of not gone down well with the players as well. So again, you know, these are all kind of points that are all kind of snowballing into kind of what we're seeing really. So but anyway, I think it's been a brilliant week for Arsenal, and I'll say it's a brilliant week for Manchester United really. You know, we're both kind of progressing towards our goal, Arsenal with the league, and for us with Champions League qualification. I just want to finish one quickly, I know we're pushed for time. Your thoughts on the Chelsea huddle where the referee was in the middle. What the hell? What's going on?
What does that even do? Like, what tactical?
I got no idea, man.
I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, they're trying to let the referee in on, you know, Brett, don't give us a red card. Don't give us a red card. You know, literally, like, I don't understand.
So
what is that? Respecting the ball. Yeah.
That's what they said, Rosinere. They said it's giving it positive vibes to the ball. Well, it didn't work. But I mean, the referee was in. What the hell? I was just like,
Chelsea are a funny team as well. I mean, you just don't know what style of play they're playing. You know, the players that they've bought, they just don't seem to be kind of working together. And again, obviously, this Liam Rosiner, I think he was an assistant coach with Rooney at Derby at the time as well.
Yeah, he was. So, like, yeah.
You know, so you know, that's not really the best omen, is it? I mean, to be fair, I don't know about Chelsea. Would they make it in the top 5? You know,
well, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
They're looking a bit fragile as well. But yeah, I mean, it's been a great weekend. Yeah,
that's good. Well, boys, good to be back on football as well. I think we need to get back into momentum again and get over the overhang of India. But Rohit smiling, Ajay, we're smiling. Let's hope that it's the same again next week. So until the next time, please do like and subscribe. Big thanks to our sponsors, Dave Optometrist, and look forward to speaking to you very soon. Take care and goodbye.